It's a good start to the series. That's what I say.
That was super fun to watch. What did you think, Kerrigan?
That was that was a bit of a party that was going on.
A word to use for it? Yeah.
I was a little bit worried about the butcher, how butcher was going to get some work done. Looks like it didn't. So, you know, we got a game. I was actually a little bit disappointed that the debate between like the middle and bot lanes didn't quite go off as planned, but it didn't really affect the rest of the game for you guys. So congrats, team.
They had a really strong early game, I thought, but just seemed to get away from them. Pesky just running it down. Winters, Kid Fox, how did your game go?
Game number 1 was picked up by Team Kit Fox on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It was actually looking pretty close there. It was sort of a seesaw type of game. My team started off pretty well, but then Coffee just started popping off on Winter's team. He was playing the Genji, one of his comfort champions, and he was just absolutely shredding the back line. But Doubt played a Gul'dan of godlike potential. I mean, he came out with 144k siege damage, 162 hero damage, ended up carrying the team, getting the boss, and then a wipe, and then it was just a roll from there. But Winters, you boys did all right, man. That was a very good game.
That was a solid effort by both teams. Yeah, you're right. Coffee and John were doing what they could on Genji and Cassia, but Doubt on that Gul'dan had his corruption echo stacks done at like 4 minutes. It was incredible. So that was a tough game. Good work there by Team Kit Fox. We'll have to take it back in game 2.
Well, the second best assassin in Australia, be it the world, did you just call it? Well, if he's going to pop off, then you got to win some games. But Kid Fox, you wanted to take on Skimmy. At this point in time, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to unless you throw the next 2 games.
It's not just like Skimmy himself, you know, his team is just a meme, and you can see that.
I even told you when we finished the draft that's exactly what would need to happen if you wanted to verse Skimmy.
I can't help it if my team is just godlike. Even Vandy threw her support behind me all the way from Japan. So shout out to you, girl, if you are listening. Hope you're having a good time over in Japan. And how about the production value today? It's been absolutely fantastic. Shout out to the HeroesHype crew. Fantastic.
They're doing such a great job. I'm so excited that we're finally all over here.
Yes. Oh, having HeroesHype in ANZ now is going to be fantastic. These guys getting behind a lot of these events that we're running helped put this together, in fact. So without them, this wouldn't have existed. I would have done a piss poor job of it, let's be honest, by myself. So really great work to have them on board, and Ball and Beast in production behind the scenes is doing fantastically. I don't know exactly what time it is where you are, my friend, but thank you for staying up, because they're in NA right now, aren't they, Kerry?
Yes. Most of the HeroesHype crew are in NA. So, and I joined them when I was still living in NA. So when I came back, I was kind of like, can I bring some of you with me? And it's happening now, so it's great.
Well, looks like our second lobby is being set up. So if Skimmy and GL want to join on me, if you haven't already, we'll get the next game underway. Looks like we're going to Towers of Doom.
Oh. Well, game 2 is underway for Winters vs Kid Fox, and we are going to Cursed Hollow.
Can I proc a cast and play? Skimmy wants in on the action. He wants to lead
I want to give you
from the front.
I want to give you the inside knowledge. I'll grab my XL5 jersey. Don't you worry. You know, I'll get sweaty, mate. I'm gonna be like, woo! Let's go.
He wants to sub on his own team.
I want to sub on my own team. I want to give you that play-by-play. What
captain
it takes to be a
coach.
professional player.
Yeah, you're going to be that captain coach style of player.
Captain coach, you know, when you have a boss, you know, you don't want somebody to like flag and he's just like, come on guys, you know, hitting you with that whip. You want a leader, somebody that leads from the front. And you know, it's easy for me to talk here, but if I'm amongst it, you know, they see what you want, they see the amount of effort you put in, and that's inspiring.
A man who leads from the front, yeah, can also die right on the front as well.
No, I'll run it.
That's what leaders are made of, people who aren't afraid to get in there and get the job done.
We might want
We've
to
got an
switch
Abathur pick in the Kit Fox versus Winters game on the side
Oh,
of Team
really?
Winters.
Oh,
Ooh,
Abby
that's
first
spicy.
on Cursed Hollow. So this is going to be interesting.
I think that these teams are all ready to rock and roll. We're just looking over real quick.
Are
I
we,
think Lahal needs
are
to
we
switch
trading Locker
teams.
for Lahal? Is that how this is going?
I think I'm going to switch the two of them over. So swapping Laka back with Lahal. So your team is already Pentaconia,
we make-
Moves, Ultimate Lahal, all ready to go. Let us.
Can you give Altivian the crown, please?
Oh, I can give Altivian the crown if that's what
Sweet.
you want. Skimmy, you
Also,
happy with KVA? Got the crown?
Speaking
Of course, mate.
Altivian
he is
wasn't
the
aware
king.
that it was a best of 3.
He's
He
the
was
king
like,
of
okay, so what are we doing now? So I was like, it's a best of 3. He's like, oh! I was like, ooh.
Game number 2, boys.
start.
Let's proc it. Roll the clip. Everyone's procking the R's. Let's get into game number 2 on Towers of Doom. Team Skimmy versus Team
That's a lot of R's.
GLP.
good luck, Skimmy. You might
Thank
need
you,
it this time.
No, you know, I've got a lot of faith in my team. You know, I'm looking at our Discord. I've got people saying, "Get me out, bin, recycle, turtle, camera recorder." So you know, we got
GG,
some.
go next.
We got
That-
some
the whole-
good emotes going out because that's what us millennials do. We don't talk. We send emotes to convey our emotions.
You can say it a lot with just a few emotes.
The way of the future, Skimmy. The way of the
It is
future.
the way of the future.
Exactly.
What a
It's
time!
about expressing yourself in as little amount of text as possible. Jeez,
Junkrat
we're going with
again.
that Junkrat ban again. Yeah, just going for the sweaty bans. Just not wanting to deal with that. I'm just wondering, do we ban away the butcher?
I'm just wondering if we see your team go for the same ban again with a
Oh, sweaty.
okay, Genji. Gaslow, that is a
Oh.
Lucker Dog special. He's had
Oh,
enough.
here
It's
we
time for him
go.
to get
I
serious.
am going to be so sad if this goes south for us.
You know, I played a quick match with him the other day. He did actually do more damage to me when I was playing Hanzo. Don't want to talk about it. I am going to claim lag F.
Is that more his Gazlo being really good or your Hanzo being... Probably less
Let's
than
just say
stellar.
I was a little bit under the influence. I don't drink and drive, but I do drink and
drink
play
and play
hots.
hot? Yeah. That's also... PSA probably don't do that.
Not the
That's-
smartest thing. But you know, I am a good person. I didn't play Hero League.
That
You
is
know,
also...
there's enough issues with Hero League as it is, so we ran it down in quick match together.
Oh, that's the best place to run it down, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's the only place to run it down.
Yeah. Sometimes Hero League is the place to run it down if you're certain players. Oh, Medivh for us over here. So
Look
we're
at these
just
guys,
running
they're
it back
dripping.
with the KT Telthazard as well. So want to have a little bit of extra protection for...
Oh, it's nibble time.
Jeez.
I
Oh,
wonder if
jeez.
that's the KVA file said this is one of his heroes back in the day. This is like his go-to to win Hero League.
Oh, I was wondering, because you have
much.
Jim Jam on as your sub, don't you?
No, we don't. You know, that was the plan. Well, it was to get Jim Jam, but he actually has work, so I put him on my list at the very bottom as a priority.
Oh, yeah, so he ended up going over to Disco and Winter's team. I was just
He's
wondering
probably not
because,
going
like,
to show up, let's be honest. He's going to proc a fish.
oh, I'm not sure about this one.
Okay.
Are we gonna pull out one of those, like kind of the
I want to
Avatar
steal
support?
it.
Because
I want to see something disgusting. Oh,
yeah,
it's
close
so
enough.
great.
Yeah,
So
that's close enough.
disgusting. You guys are actually dripping. Dripping. Okay.
Okay,
got the
this
hunter.
is this is getting a little bit spicy. Do we just
Speaking of spice, boys, we have just got ourselves a Cho'Gall pick in our game. Boom.
the Flays is on my team.
We have triple specialist, no support. That's how we do it, baby. Team Skimmy. What can I do? Like a command? How can I do this? I'm looking at the camera. Is that an S? Team Skimmy.
That
We got
close
some
enough.
gang signs. Yeah.
It's just close enough. I'm really not sure. Like, I mean, how do you deal with a triple specialist with the Valera, I guess?
Valera. Okay.
So, I guess no one wanted a tank.
These are some
Yeah, this is
pretty
a bit of
interesting team lineups here, guys.
Yeah. But we do have kind of half supports in the Medivh and the Abathur. So we have a little bit of sustainability in these fights, but I'm not sure how that's going to go.
I'm liking the memes though. It's more than I
That's what we're
expected
all
from
about.
today. I'm not gonna lie.
Who are you leaning
It is
towards here for this one,
central
Kerry?
here, boys and girls.
I mean, I'm. Oh, I'm kind of
Words.
leaning Skimmy. I think.
Kerrigan, all I need to ask you is, do you like food?
Oh, don't even start me on food.
No. Do you like food? Do you like food? Because if you like food, we got Sylvanas nibble, nibble, nibble.
Exactly. Well, that's like part of it too. And then you've got your
Triple
Zagara,
stack.
you've got your Gaslit. Like, how many towers do you guys want in this
You
game?
know, it is going to
You
be a
can
little
take
bit
us-
like SimCity. I'm going to bring you, bring you to a cafe. It's going to be date night here.
Well, Gio had a really good point he was about to bring up. This is one of those games that you can just push to core.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see
There's only so
that.
so much time you can push. As long as
I
we
feel
have
like you guys are
one.
going to be fighting over towers, but these guys are just going to be taking down all of your. I mean, you're going to be
Structures,
fighting over the altars, but these guys are just going to be taking out all of the towers. And if you have no towers, what are you going to do with your altars?
If we have at least
You're
one
gonna
bell
pray
tower,
and hope.
if we have at least one bell tower, we can take every single altar. It might take a
You're not
while,
wrong.
but technically it could work. But yeah,
Well,
That's an Astro. He concurs.
Yeah.
Astro concurs.
Yeah.
Well, leave it to the casters. Your game is underway. Take it away, Skimmy and GL.
Oh.
game number 2. It is the ANZ Casters Clash. We're having a bit of fun here. We're looking at 2 very different drafts. I don't see a support. All I see is memes. I see specialists. I see pushing potential versus Sumiro empowerment. Feel good. It's
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting one. And already, right off the bat, we're getting the standard specialist strats.
This is what you do with a Sylvanas. You're looking to go for that push. No longer do your spells affect these towers, so you're going to be looking to try and really min-max that auto attack between both towers. In this case, we don't. It's just one, but they are going to be pushing this one down. Konyo and Altivian rock on up. Look how much damage the symbiote does when spread across multiple targets. Looking for that first blood. It's a 1-for-1 trade. That is fantastic as the portal comes across and Penta looking to try and snipe members away as KBA is down to 35
Oh.
health. He gets one. Can he get a second? KB's just gonna fly!
Oh, what? This is
It's spicy!
everything I expected from this kind of game. This is what would you expect from a game with this kind of drafters? We do have Moops, the support on the Abathur, able to get a little bit of soak going, but he is going to walk into a very, very sad situation.
Oh, Moops!
Oh,
Gets
yep, he gets
No!
taken down.
He falls on down. I like it.
Oh,
Deceptive.
getting a bit of a
Lexi
pop off
does
there,
it.
Skimmy.
Let's go, team. Stumpgod, however, playing a hero. Gonna go for the rat dog strats. Gets ganked by a boyfriend. Boyfriend says goodbye. And it's a love story.
Yeah, no love lost at least over the course of this series, hopefully.
I will be looking at the tweet longer later.
There will be a tweet longer, depending on how this ends up going. As a
Ooh.
nice invade that managed to pick up some Sylvanas again, and now they're just going for a nice invade, taking some of those camps away.
You know, you hate to see it, don't you? You're locking in Medivh, and the Prophet is speaking right now.
Yeah, he
Brown
makes
sheets
it not a hell of a
everywhere,
lot of fun to play against.
Brown bed sheets. It's the call. It is the call. It's what I'm
Yeah,
seeing
it's. So with a lot of camps being taken by Team Phoenix, able to get a little bit of pressure onto the lanes to try and equalize some of the structural damage.
He's
But
committing. He's dead.
oh my god! All right,
Moops hits
Pesky,
the spray. Like it.
Pesky coming in with the 6 strats.
Oh, Pesky going for the backdoor nibble. You know, this
Nibble,
is
nibble,
this is
nibble.
fun. It's all about food. You know, you ask Kerrigan before, you say, "Do you like food?" She says yes, and now she's going for the super nibble.
Oh,
She is hungry. It's KFC.
And not
It's
only-
McDonald's. Procmia sponsorship. She's gonna fall on down. This is a cheat day gone wrong.
I was gonna say, interesting strategy. You do hold up the wave, so your wave can push further. This is
Some
interesting
backdoor axing.
proxy farming style. That's all I can really say about that. It's a good start for us. I mean, we're getting the first of the bell towers, and we're going to be able to fight over the second one.
Deceptive is so damn low. Konya with the hat just pumping out damage there.
Yeah, or Deceptive just trying to bait out Konya, but he's just going to play a little bit of a gatekeeper, allowing Lahar to pick up that altar. So he's just 2-1 over to my side. And I'm rather happy with how this has started off. About a level advantage, as Pesky is going to be able to get away just slightly, as the mule coming out from Moops on this Abathur, just making sure that if you do damage to these structures, you need to make it stick.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. You know, one of the only heroes, if not the only.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one at this point, yeah.
I feel like that needs to go. But we're not here for hero balance, we're here for kills. And Gazlo falls on down. Can we fight a trade? No, we can't, because there's a portal. There's that get out of jail free card. That is the door. Not to heaven, but to hell, because they're dead.
Yeah, those portals can be really, really annoying to deal with, and it's really nice getting in and out of these fights as... What? Where did he die?
He died in mid lane. You know, he's got one mission and one opportunity, that is to kill Moops.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people here in ANZ who have that very same aspiration.
No, it's an interesting person. I don't really know what else to say in the matter. You know, he is a man of many words with a very conflicting style, but there is Panther with the invade once again, looking to try and take things down. Pesky just drops to the floor, and Storm God says, no, not for me. You pick up your pumpkins. It's not even Halloween, but get amongst it.
Yeah, and this first pick Medivh has really been a big game changer in this game so far. Oh, just
well on your way
tying
to
together
level 10.
the structures.
Oh, Deceptive this time commits.
Oh, gets him!
Fall to the floor.
1 for 1.
And on repeat, Moops has got the LOL. Now, I believe LOL stands for lots of love.
It is indeed lots of love. Just a lot of love going out here in the scene, as Panther is going to be able to survive a little bit longer, but he is in not a good standing right now. As he
Panther.
Oh, we actually had the Frostbomb coming out from Lahar this time, trying to lock down some extra members, but it is just going to be...
I love Frostbombs.
Yeah,
it's such a fun cooldown. Like, it's just so satisfying to see this big bomb collapse.
It's like a Pyroblast, but frosty.
Exactly. You know, it's like, what do you draft when you play Pokemon? Are you a Blastoise? Are you a Charizard? In this case, it's all about Squirtle.
Oh, here comes the extra damage.
Assassins. Here comes the boys. 6 HP, but not enough to run away. 666. He's dead like the devil.
Yeah, just that little bit of extra poison was enough to end up finishing off that Zeratul as on the top side. Right, that was in the mid, as this Sylvanas is... Well, at least you took down both of the towers, so it is just a bell tower now, but that mule is going to be able to keep that nice and healthy, as on the top side, Laka is going to get cleaned up. I'm actually quite liking this Abathur play from Moops. Getting a lot of work done on these very aggressive heroes like the Valero and that Summoner.
Well, you know, last game we were known as XL5 Reborn. This game we're known as Team Rat Dog Esports.
Oh!
Ratting all day long. KJ, you're dead. Because Konya's hunting.
Yeah, and we do have the Interlane's Blast coming out of this this file state, so just not letting memes be dreams. Just let that rip and see if you can get anything going. It's like
He's going for it again. Where are you, Moops?
Got him, but yeah. Oh, he uses the VP to try and keep himself alive.
The B step 2. Yes. Yes.
That's what we like to see here. Just a little bit of a cheeky B step. He is probably going to be able to get himself out of there, but especially with Pesky
joining Pesky.
Here comes the rest of the team.
1v3 Wailing Arrow. As she wails on through, the bell tower does drop. And that is the strength of our team composition, because look at bottom lane. Ratting it up. You're fighting, but we're just stomping.
This is essentially what we're expecting towards the end of the draft. Just all the fights going over to my side, but with all those structures going down, it is going to be quite hard to keep up in the tower game. But Yeah, as long as we hold on to one of them, we can keep this going as long as we need to. That's another kill going onto the Gazlo.
But as a result of those kills, you do get the chance to pick up these
Penta.
altars. There's the portal. Oh, he gets to jump across as well. Is he going to play flipsy through the doors? Back and forth they go. No, he's not. Deceptive jumping on in, looking forward. But Konya is there, ready and waiting for support. Does decide not to. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but we get extra shots fired. 6 for 2.
And you're
30
8
for
behind.
22. Okay.
It's a start. It's a start. It's a work in progress. As yeah, we are going to be able to get that bell tower back in the mid lane. So just kind of trying to equalize some of that pressure. But now here we do have Skimmy's team just starting to shove on that top side. Needed to see at least some kind of response because that can go down incredibly quickly.
And we do have a lot of globals. We obviously have the flight of Faster. We have the Nidus network as well. There's going to be a wailing arrow from Pesky there, but not going to be enough to take this one on down. Stumgod's going to rock on up. Female power in the top lane. Can I get it in the chat as well? She is going to fall on down. Unlucky.
Yeah. Only so much you can do as a Zagara, especially when you don't have any creep. You're just not as fast enough to get away from a Samurai who's just going to run you down.
Deceptive. Ooh. Big VP onto 3. The tower and 2. He's going to go for the 1v2.
Ooh.
He does get one though. I like
Trade
it.
1-for-1. And it is... Oh, come on, lost that again. This is getting really annoying to watch. Just watching all of these bell towers just continuously going down. We do manage to get some
kills
back.
to 10. That is the scoreline right now. 26 to 10. But bell tower wise, that is where our focus is, clearly based on this draft.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to be able to get one back for ourselves on this top side with the monstrosity and also Moops' ult.
You know what I want to see? I want to see one of those moments where, say, like you get a 5-man wipe, we've got that sieging potential, and we just proc healed with like 21 shots on one row.
Yeah, remember that? What year was it? The qualifier where we did have a play just like that, and that was how we ended up the series. It was
It was
a while ago.
I want to say it's like the start of 2017 or like late 2016.
Yeah, it was one of
quite
those.
a while ago.
Yeah, where it just like there was a 3 spawn and then everything just fell in favor. As Deceptive does take down moves, but falls for it at the same time. So seems like he is on a very one-track mind. He's gonna take care of moves. He doesn't care if he dies or not, as long as he takes that Abathur off the board.
I respect the strategy, however, because if he's dead, there is no chance for a meal. For me, that has to be a fantastic shot call. He's playing as if he's Leoric. Moops with the ... Deceptive with the XD. Lucky in a 1v2 situation under this bell tower, looking at what he can do.
Turns out it's not a hell of a lot when you have so much pressure being pushed right into your face.
Doesn't matter though, the rats in the top lane pushed on through. Yes, it's 30 to 17, but when these bell towers spawn, and when these altars spawn as well, we got some potential.
It is a 3, yeah. If you do manage to get at least 2 of them, it is going to be a rather significant swing. If we only get 1, it would be 10 shots to 3, which does do a rather significant dent in our HP, but with a little bit of extra time to clean up some of these bell towers, it won't be as detrimental. But Pesky, being her namesake, just being very pesky in this game right now.
Yeah, nibble.
Oh,
she's wailing arrows at the bell tower. Okay.
Ooh. Alrighty then.
Deceptive. He's there again.
Oh, he wants to make a play. Oh, Penta forcing out the... Oh, fancy. Konya does manage to finish him off, so that's a great little pick up there, and they look like they are going to take down Stumpgod as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, KVA is doing his rat dog plays with the Falstad, so they will be able to at least, at minimum, get that bottom altar. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold on to their own one on this top side.
Like a pop in the Robo Goblin for that movement speed, for that armor, but it's not going to be enough because Penta takes them on down. Gonna get the reward, that sweet altar. 4 shots fired. Our core is falling to the floor right now. It's getting dented. It's damaged.
1 second later, and we could have had a 5-shot. That's one thing I would say, but oh well. The communication isn't necessarily. Well, to be honest, the communication for a composition like this kind of needs to be a little bit on point, especially with all these Rat Dog kind of plays coming out from Team Skimmy. But they are managing to get it to work. They're getting a lot of these kills as KK is going to be the next target, as he just gets demolished, and Pesky is going to be the next target.
They spot him out. He looks to try and make a play. He barrel rolls very early on, and ultis just like, well, I've got an Abathur. I've got a hat. I've got an ulti. You're going to die. And that really was the lesson, kids, that we learned from that one there. Don't face check a bush.
Yep. Well, they do manage to pick up their own bell tower on the top side, so evens it up yet again. But we're just you're just losing plays left and right in this game. 34-12 in the kills. There's a nice lockdown combo comes out from Lahal, but just doesn't have the follow-up damage. So it's a little bit of trading back and forth. We'll see how this next phase ends up going. Oh, fancy play coming out of Team Skimmy, wanting to take away that boss, as they do have a lot of the tools necessary to get through that, and that's going to be a free boss. It's a free 4 shots going over to your side.
Looking to buy some time. Regen Globe quest is completed at 14 minutes into this one. Luck are now reaching that late game power stake. What is the shot call? Well, an ulti is going to be spawning in 10 seconds down bot. Pesky is back to her notorious ways, and ulti is on the hunt, but Lucka spots her.
Oh, actually continues through with the way, with the
Nexus Forces.
Yeah.
Big dive here from GL Phoenix, and they are running it, giving me a lot of time to re-establish map control and proc it like it's SimCity, baby.
Absolutely, and yeah, I'm not sure exactly what went on down there, but with the follow-up on the top side, they are going to be able to trade back some of those kills and also keep the structure alive, taking down Pesky and almost taking down Lucka, but he is going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with. They do finish him off eventually, but the also does go over to Team Skimmy, just slightly evening things back up.
Shots fired. 50% difference right now, 9-18.
Yep. And they do manage to take down that Ultra on the bottom side. Not enough mules to keep that alive. And on the top side, Moves is going to take a lot of pressure from Deceptive, just taken down. So he's having a field day with this.
Please stop. He has a mental defect. You know, Lahal really inspiring his teammate right now. Yeah, I hate to see it. That is cyberbullying, and I will not allow it. Make a stand. Ulti, though. Very low. He's down to 186. He goes for the barrel. He does connect it. You will not run away this time, my friend.
Yeah, just didn't have the assistance of the Abathur because he had recently just died, as they are just going to try and translate some of this pressure into the mid lane, as Pendra's taken very low right now.
Well, 2 of your biggest rats are dead. There is no meal for 20 seconds. There is no Samuro. So, no, Zalians, eat your heart out.
Yep, there's, we're trying to keep this alive, but there's just not enough available, as the ley line does come out to try and delay them, but it's just a little bit too late, as now we only have 1 bell tower for ourselves, and this is going to be a little bit of an awkward situation.
Go top lane, guys. Let's do it, team.
Just go around the horn, just take 1, take the next, take the third, and then see how you go from there, as Pesky is going to keep on the pressure on this top side of the map. As here comes Penta, trying to apply some pressure in return. They do get a lot of damage to Pesky and Stomp, but they do manage to get themselves out of danger.
The mule is back up. That's the biggest talking point right here, as the monstrosity and bot lane is going to try and even out what's been done. KT is going to fall on down, as the dive boys of both KV and Deceptive are connecting on through. They go for Medivh as well. Back to 0 stacks on that quest. He was up to, I believe, 32 when I last checked. But there we see Samuro diving in deep into turrets, mind you. He's going to look to try and do something.
This is a mess.
Lock it down to 150.
Can't do anything.
Full wipe. Get the towers.
The right plays is going to play off.
Rat Dogs. Rat Dog Esports. Let's go.
It's going to work. It's going to work. They're going to be able to get another 5 shots, or at least maybe 6 shots. They're trying to go for the 7 shot. Trying to go for the 7 shot and then just keep on just shoving it straight into the face of my poor team, who just wanted to play a fun game of Heroes of the Storm, but ended up in a game with a bunch of rats.
Well, you know, I did tell my team before, keep your head held high. you know, just drop whatever you want. 5 DPS, I really don't care. Have some fun, because that's what we're all about here on Team Skimmy. We're not about drafting sweaty lineups like some of you guys. We're all about having fun with your friends in comms with some smiles. And right now, we are raxing your base so hard. That is the triple cap of the bell towers. Shots fired.
Luckily,
all day
with the
long.
monstrosity, was able to keep our or keep at least one bell tower alive for us. Imagine to take that one on the bottom side. So we do have a little bit of leeway to keep ourselves in the game. Those sappers on the bottom side will probably end up being thrown straight into the core. There's not really a hell of a lot that we can do at that point. But the damage over time and from range from the hull is going to manage to finish off that bell tower in the mid lane. Ultivian is going to work his way on that top one. So we are actually managing to hold on, considering a late game fight going not very good and losing a lot of our structures. I feel as though managing to take that one on the bottom side on your side of the map really kept us in that game there.
15 seconds on this boss. Can imagine it's going to be a big talking point. To be quite honest, I'd imagine my team, if they realize that's the core for you guys, given you are, for the most part, superior at these team fights, they just racks. But one ulti is up in 25 seconds. There's a fight in top lane as Deceptive goes for the VP. Now he's a bit confused, thinking, well, this didn't really work out how I liked it. Because Zagara falls on in the mid lane.
Or they do. The Deceptive does end up taking the fight, and he will manage to pick up that camp for himself as well. So over the whole map, it's a 1-for-1, and they do also grab the boss. So we are down to just 3 HP on our core. So we have to stay alive here, as they do get a lot of pressure down onto. Oh, great
really
silence!
It's so big.
That
Double
should be
kill,
it.
looking for the triple. Let's go, Team Skimmy. Get your rat dog LULs in the chat right now. I'm loving this.
That is just a really unfortunate way to end that game. It is going to be evening up the series. It is going to be 1-1, and it looks like we're going to go to a game 3, Skimmy.
Game 3 is where we're going to go indeed. You see the chat popping off. I see myself popping off. And Pesky, what would she be without the nibble? She's back at it again. With
Nibbling
the master
all the way through to the very end.
plan. So good.
And I guess now we have to ask, do we see the Sylvanas ban coming into the next game?
Well, you know, she's a fantastic hero pool. It literally is Toronto Sylvanas. Ban her out. Roll the clip. GG go next. 1-for-1. KV on the core, flapping his wings. It's KFC time.